Now, this is on the front page of one of your newspapers this morning. Add kindness to the school curriculum. And right, yes, let's do it. Empathy with others is not only a natural ability, it can be taught, says analysis. This is work that's been done at Cambridge University. It says that lessons in empathy improve kindness and boost positive behaviour in children. The person who's quoted in the story is Ed Kirwan, who is a former science teacher who founded Empathy Studies, and they're behind that, and joins me now. Thank you for coming on. I'm reading your comments even as we speak, Mr. Kirwan. But I want to take you, if I can, to a classroom. What sort of age children would you be working with, and what would be part one of lesson one? Good morning.
Good morning, Nick. Thank you very much for having me on. Great question. So the first thing we essentially would do is show a film, and essentially we are a film.
What sort of age, Ed? What sort of age kiddies are we talking about?
Oh, sorry, age. From ages 5 to 18.
Okay, so let's talk about the film. What's in it?
So we film different people from all over the world. Every year we have a different programme, so we film different locations. So we filmed in Nepal, the UK, India, and the latest film series is Mexico. And essentially, the film allows students to meet these people through the power of film, and we age differentiate the film. So there are different topics for 11 to 18, or a different film for 11 to 18, different film for 8 to 11-year-olds, and then different films for 5 to 7-year-olds to essentially allow them to interact or learn from these people at their correct sort of cognitive level. And what we found from doing this over the years is that essentially film is a great enabler, it's a great conversation starter, and it's a great tool to be able to, at scale, develop the skill of empathy. And year on year, what we've seen happen is that schools start to embed this into their curriculum, embed it into their pastoral programs, embed it into their restorative behaviour practices, and really see a difference in now behaviour of students, the way that students talk to each other. And empathy is essentially the most important skill we can develop, the most important human skill we can develop.
So what sort of things do they see in these films then? Are these scenarios that are acted out, or are they interviews with regular folk? What do they see?
Exactly. So we use the phrase edutainment. Students and young people these days are used to being entertained.
Yeah.
Their attention spans are short. They want to be entertained. They like great music. They like great visuals. And so we create Netflix quality films that are documentary style. So we don't act anything out. Nothing's acted. These are real people showing their lives.
I see. Okay.
So the latest series, for example, that we've got in Mexico follows a dancer, the man that actually organized the first day of the Dead Parade in Mexico City. We have a private chef who pulls food from the ground and talks about sustainability of the planet and of food and where does our food come from. We have someone who's a guy called Kike who's got diabetes, who's also a filmmaker. He talks about his passion, purpose. Essentially, what happens is people talk about their lives in a way that enables students to talk about their own lives. And this is where the empathy building starts. So not only are they building empathy for these people in the films, they then start to have discussions with their teachers saying, oh, I've experienced a bit like that. What happens is students start to relate to each other and realize more about each other's lives. In turn, over time, what this does is it builds connection. Okay. We know that connection builds trust. Trust builds better relationships. Better relationships is essentially the foundation of fantastic well-being and of great societies. If we have great relationships, we are at a higher level of well-being. We generally have better mental health. And what we're seeing and what we have seen in the past years, especially since COVID, is students struggling with their mental health. And we're seeing issues of behaviour arise. And nothing shows what society is like more than the riots that have happened recently. And what we're trying to do is essentially build the skill of empathy to enable people to have that skill set to connect with other people, even if you disagree with someone else. Maybe you can see their viewpoint.
Lastly, you've received significant endorsement from the University of Cambridge.
Yes, which has been amazing. And we've teamed up with Dr. Helen Dimitro of their education faculty at Cambridge, who herself has done research on empathy and has helped us over the past few years with various pilots and research studies. And, you know, we're at a really interesting period of time where we've got a new government. They're talking about education curriculum reform. They're talking about wanting an innovative, future-facing curriculum that enables the best for all children. What we are going to be pushing is that empathy needs to be at the centre of a curriculum because it improves academic success, but it also improves things such as kindness and behaviour. And if you think about any human skill like creativity, leadership, communication, all of them sit with a bedrock of empathy at the bottom of them. So we have to start from there, and that's why we focus on it.
Okay, I'm sold on the idea. It's a great one. Thank you very much. It's called Empathy Studios. Ed Kirwan is a former science teacher who founded the studios with these video-led courses and enjoys now the endorsement of the University of Cambridge Faculty of Education, so there's certainly some powerful punch to it.